morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of day it is for you. Good day. It's a late night stream today. I took a bit of a nap earlier today, and my naps aren't, well, it's a gamble with a nap. Not so much with me. A nap is just, I'm just going to sleep. And I slept for a bit, and now I can't get back to sleep. I woke up, it's late, can't get to sleep, and I figured, you know what, might as well stream for a bit. And I have a short shift tomorrow at work, so I might be able to just pull an all-nighter, get some work done, and then after I get off of work tomorrow, then go to bed. Or I just make it a short stream and then go to bed afterwards and try to get a few hours of sleep. Because today I'm planning on doing more Honkai Star Rail. We're doing the Jing Liu's companion quest, and maybe some more monster battles. I kind of like the Pokemon thing they're doing with this new event. It's a shame it's going to be an event only thing. I would like to see more of this, but we'll see. Hold up. We are back at a fix something back here. Let's get the game here going. Oh wait, can't really hear it. I got the volume way too low now. So you got to at least listen to the game music. Is that better? Can you kind of hear that? Okay, never mind. It's everything is
Nice.
yeah, everything is fine back there, I think. Yeah, we'll just get into the game. All right, so since we're doing the Jing Liu story quest, I figured. No wait, this is we're gonna do this setup, right? Figured Jing Yuan, Dan Hun. You know, they're Jing Liu's friends, right? Or partners, or they know her at least. So I think it'd be cool to have them on the team. And Luecha, because we know he's been hanging out with her. I don't know if she was the one in the coffin, but he's been hanging out with her at the least. So those three. Fushuan, it's a filler space because we know if there's going to be combat. They're going to give us a trial version of Jing Liu, so she'll take up the fourth spot. So then, I don't have Blade. It would have made more sense to have Blade in there, but I don't have Blade. So, yeah, whatever. This is the closest I could get to, you know, people familiar with Jing Liu. So let's start up her quest, which is this one, yeah. And I did advance this a little bit off stream. It's my bad. It's like because I went to talk to Pom Pom to do his his bi-daily quest, and that just advanced the quest line more. And I
Standing for such a long time makes Pom Pom want to take a nap.
you sleepy there, buddy?
Not to brag or anything, but the lighting and temperature here are carefully calibrated by Pom Pom, so it's normal to get sleepy.
All right. Still no bi-daily quest. We gotta talk to Dan Hunt so we can keep getting more bi-daily quests. Serval. Okay, she's just gonna talk about this thing again. Oh, and if you saw the stream yesterday, okay. I know I said I wasn't going to like bother building them, but okay, I started building Himiko a little bit, but you know what? We get rail passes, right? So I figure, you know what? Let me at least get the rail passes to get it to 60 and get that rail pass. And Sampo, I think I'm just gonna leave him at 20. You know, we already got his rail pass. I really don't want to work on Sampo. Okay, and I didn't spend a ton of materials, leveled them up. Okay, shut up, Sampo. I grinded monsters out in the open field like this in the world. I got most of their experience doing that. I did have to do a shadows area to get Himiko her ascension material, but just once. I don't know why I'm validating this to you, okay? I'm going up the quest. Hey, Dan Hun.
What is it? Do you need something?
There's a letter for you. Someone's inviting you to return to old ground. There's a letter for you. Let him read it.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Why so serious? Do you need any help? Could it be Blade?
The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point. It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him.
What kind of handwriting would a swordmaster have that a non-swordmaster would have? Like, how can you tell that?
Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
Got a little kind of disappointed, but I was like, whatever. Come on, we can get some Jades doing this companion quest. The appearance of the letter makes you feel uneasy. You invoke the cloud of him, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears, and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5, 3 must pay the price.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jing Yuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Oh, okay. Am I going to get a trial version of a team must include Jing Liu? Called it. Alright, so I didn't have to set it up myself. Here, let's see what we have her set up with. They didn't even give her a signature Lycone. I do actually have this Lycone, I just don't have it built up. Because I recently got it and I don't have any characters that, you know, really need it. Oh, maxed out all her traces. And of course, ice set gear. Yeah, this is the perfect gear you could have with her. In my opinion. I know some people want to put the quantum set on her. But there's more circumstances with that. This is this. You don't need to worry about circumstances with this. It just always works. Okay, no idleness. 61, 119. Attack 1700. I mean, her traces are maxed. So we don't really need incredibly powerful. Like, these are good stats. I would love to have these stats in some of my DPSs. Speed 142. Yeah, very good. I think the only character I broke like a 140 speed mark is probably Tingyun and Asta, and that's it. Okay, put her there. You know, I'm sticking true. I'm gonna have her team here, even though it's not going to be very effective. There's probably going to be a bad combination. I don't care. Yeah, 3 DPSs and Luocha. Oh, excuse me. It's not like the content's hard in this game. This would work. Oh, there's Jing Liu up there. Everybody seems to be on guard. Oh, I see Yan Qing chilling there too. I saw this OK Code did this interesting thing with Jing Liu. Okay, I can't do it. It's like it's like if you go into camera mode and turn her around and back again, her blindfold comes off.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax.
You don't understand why it's
needn't
hostile,
be
do
so
you?
cautious, young man.
It's just because of you.
I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Jing Yuan doesn't really do much for himself, does he?
Huh? I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Oh, and FYI, I would have used Imbibitor Lunae, but I don't actually have Imbibitor Lunae. Greetings.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
That won't be necessary. I'm here about something else.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron
Yeah,
hunters.
and technically it wasn't you that did any injury, it was
You
Blade.
came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
No.
No. If the general isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu.
Who should be dead.
She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lunae, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her.
Are these going to be bosses later?
She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Okay, now let's be fair. Jing Yuan doesn't do anything. Like, he just has other people do all the work for him. His busy business is probably just him delegating to other people. He doesn't do anything. Like, I know you're a leader, you need to know how to delegate, but what has he actually done in the story aside from just letting other people do the work? And he's supposed to be super powerful. Like, that Lightning Lord is supposed to be... Okay, from what I was told, and I forget the names, so I won't be able to say the exact name of what this is. It's like, the main boss at the end of the last patch, you know, the big boob lady, the Gigantus who, you know, Imbibitor Lunae and Jing Yuan had to like team up against. Like, she is like a harbinger of Nanook, so she has like extra powers. From what I was told, Jing Yuan is supposed to be the equivalent of that to Yaosha. the hunt guy, the hunt Aeon, which is why he has a lightning lord. But he doesn't really do anything. And let's face it, in that big boss fight, all he did was get captured. He needed other people to bail him out. Let's see. Chin-Zu suddenly stops talking. Yeah, because I paused it. Like her, you perceive a chill settling in the air around you.
Imbibiter Lunae, you're here.
No, I
Since
didn't
you
pull for him.
traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Heng.
Master Dan Heng. She's asking for you specifically.
Be careful. Don't underestimate her.
Yeah, I seen their damage calculations. Right now, supposedly she overtook Imbibula Lunae as the best DPS, depending on the situation. Like, there's a lot of arguments going online about that. Let's see. The DPS power creeping is nuts in this game. But in my opinion, I don't think Topaz is going to be the next power creep. I think Topaz is going to be a trap. And I'm going to end up pulling for her simply because I want Gwenifin. You know, if I get like 2 or 3 copies of Gwenifin before I get to Pity and get Topaz, I might stop. I might not get Topaz at all. I just want Gwenifin. And I'll save that guaranteed 5-star banner pull for the Knight of Beauty. I forget his name. But he seems like a really cool character. Anyway, Topaz, I'm not really digging to Topaz character herself. As turned out to be a little bit more boring than I was expecting.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibiter Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do I know you? I remember you, but barely. My past life is over.
The life of Imbibiter Lunae ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past? If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibiter Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Do you also wish to restore the High Elder Succession? You want to make Imbibula Lunae pay for what they've done? Tell me why you're here.
You're not here to reminisce on old times. Tell me why you're here.
You didn't hear? That Vidyadhara girl explained it clear as day. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I
That's a
did,
lie.
however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago.
Now, if we remember what happened last time, it's like, you know, the post-credit scene, the post-credit Marvel Avengers scene. She showed up to see Jing Yuan with Luocha showed up, and then Jing Liu showed up, and they were both like, "Hey, we're here to kill the abundance. Don't stand in our way." Which I don't know why they had to say that, seeing as how Jing Liu and company are also trying to kill the abundance. Why would they stand in your way? Oops, my bad. But regardless, like, she was just there like, hey, we're here to kill abundance. Now they're saying, oh no, I just want to atone for my sins. I just want a day off and chill out. And then I'm going to atone for... No. You think I forgot? She's lying.
Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person.
Understand he doesn't want to work.
He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
Why is everybody out of breath when they talk? So did they just all get done running a 10K?
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragon's breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth.
Too much paperwork?
For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes.
Was the prison too far of a walk for you?
I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicasa.
Emanator, that's what I was thinking.
According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Law Fu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Wait, what name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
Is this a Honkai
flatter.
Impact reference?
Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
He searched Wikipedia.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Hung, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Sing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general.
This blade Ying
The
Xing.
5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
Meanwhile, in the seat of divine foresight.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word.
Don't believe you.
Besides, your general has already agreed to my request.
Yeah, but he's shady too.
Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them.
Don't you wear that mask so you don't see things that might make you remember stuff?
When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skips you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Pilot? What pilot? What's pilot? No, Bai Hung. The name is unfamiliar to you and elicits no feelings. However, a voice inexplicably.
Let the noble High
Yeah.
Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
My speech impediment cut me.
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I only remember fragments.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul soothing ceremony?
Yes, The sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing starskiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard.
Should I put Yan Cheng on this? Wait, what's... Oh, hey, the next day already started. It's that late already. Okay.
The moon shines on the truth.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Is that what they're called now? Stellaron spirits? Yeah.
Too late to repent.
Everybody gets to use a skill point.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Oh wait, I do. Duh, watch a can strip.
Eternal sleep.
Dead return.
There we go. I have no idea how this is going to work with 3 DPSs.
The moon shines on
We're
the
going to take advantage. We're going to get into as many fights as we can. I don't have Jing Liu. This is my
Curious.
chance to actually use her.
blade of moonlight.
It's, her open and burst DPS is nuts if you start off with her technique.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
I just realized she has her ultimate up.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
I'll see you off.
Or 1 skill point
No
generated.
interest in conflict.
Oh, I just realized she's been sapping up some of her hit points. Yeah,
Let's
just,
wait.
just prepare for the next fight.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, You could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions.
I mean, they were probably just bullet sponges for her.
However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible.
Yet she's the only one who's
Even
dead.
in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Damn it, sorry. These buttons have gotten really sensitive ever since
That'll do it.
I
The Star Skiff assembly
upgraded
line
them.
has
Well, not
been
fixed them.
activated. The Star Skiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
I want to make sure I don't miss any fights. Ah, drat. Oh well.
See, the Star Skiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. In Bybiter Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Sounds like a soft drink. It was a bloody battle against the citizens of the Abundance. Donfang fought in that battle. I can't remember. It was a bloody battle against the denizens of Abundance. Is this where Yaosha showed up, shot an arrow, and wiped out like a giant chunk of the Abundance army? Along with like half of the Luofu army? And was Baihen part of the sacrifice there? Or, not really sacrifice, but crossfire?
The Abundance Emanator, Shu Hu, rallied a great army and attacked the Alliance. I read about it in the Shackling prison.
You seem to be interested in learning about your past life. Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either.
Do you need to sit down? Do you need an oxygen mask?
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baihung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Bybiter Lune. You couldn't accept that Baihung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
Can you get to the point? Say exactly what it is.
There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lunae. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
They could have just loaded the scene.
I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm
By who?
sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
Okay, I still want to know more about this. Of the 5-3, you know, must be, you know, whatever, must pay the price.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
I blame Jing Yuan for that.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
That's why I kind of blame Jing Yuan, not using his
Young
resources
man,
properly.
why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
Why
It
did he
is
go
of no
away?
importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
He's currently in
I
the
don't
party.
plan on fighting.
He's a 4-star.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you? The moon shines on the truth. Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Like you never forgot.
Well, he uses a spear now, while Bibli Lunae kind of
An
uses
endless
an
lifespan is
orb.
just a bitter wait for insanity. Blade of Moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
It just feels unfair.
I've no interest in conflict.
Conflict is pitiless.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Yeah, I'm taking my time. Don't you worry. Yanqing, stop killing things. I want to keep using Jing Liu. It's my only chance.
Let's wait.
The moon shines on its truth. This sphere still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
I'm guessing Blade.
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Blade of Moonlight.
But all this damage is without any buffers. Just keep that in mind. We have
Fighting is
nobody to
meaningless.
buff here.
Here, this thunder.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Eternal sleep. The dead.
Alright, yeah, let's strip them all.
Too late to repent.
Let's see. Trying to be. How to work skill points.
Conflict is pitiless.
Receive
It's all good.
divinity.
She'll be fine. Can I get it? Is the buff still going to be there?
All will be revealed
Buff is still there.
in lunar flame.
Here, this thunder.
Don't let Luocha be the one that kills him. Of all my DPSs, it's Luocha that finishes them off.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Yang Xing. Try hard to remember. The name of the person. Wait, let me turn it off. The name of the person flutters on the edge of your thoughts like a leaf in the wind, but it remains elusive and unclear.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more than their long and meaningless lives.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, He swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Cienjo to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the Master Craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts.
He's over
in the
100
end.
years old. What was he then? Then again, in this universe, it's like technology to like exist to extend your lifespan. Like Asta, she's like 700 years old, isn't she?
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
Yeah, she's lying. We're just busy talking.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He's still alive? He became a long-life species?
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny.
Yeah, this is Blade we're talking about.
Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
A second chance? Yeah, didn't you ended up training him afterwards, and that training involved you killing him multiple times with the current sword that he's using? That's what I've heard happen in the lore.
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
So, of the 5, 3 must pay a price. I assume that's in reference to what they did there, using the Abundance Emanator's flesh to try to resurrect.
As a follower
By
of the
Hung?
Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters. eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance.
Okay, I was waiting for him to finish talking. Okay, so we know Don Han is one that must pay the price. We know Jing Yuan is one that is not one to pay the price. So that leaves Jing Liu, Blade, and Bai Han. I'm assuming Blade considers himself to be one to pay the price. If so, then it's probably because of that failed experiment they did that ended up turning him to an immortal. Now, is the last person going to be Jing Liu or Bai Han? If it's Jing Liu, why? If it's Bai Han, I think I'm saying her name right. Why her, unless they did bring her back? And if she's back, where is she? In the
What
coffin?
do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
What is the ship? Is that another ship?
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme.
Oh, wait, that's where they're going to take the
You
trial.
wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jing Yuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
That was probably a few hundred years ago. The Genuine now just, does what he can to not do work.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Is there a place we get healed up? Okay, I can't use the map. Where's the checkpoint? Ah, whatever. Can use items. We'll probably find a place to, let's get our ultimate up. Let's get technique points going. Yeah, well, let's get one more.
Let's wait and see.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
I'm not here for a checkup. She's here for a consolation.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Consultation, yeah.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors.
Yet she's walking around trying to bring up the past
Do you
anyway.
have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look.
Bailu is taking someone's pulse.
Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she
won't live much longer.
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Probably not. Decline respectfully.
Today's her last day in the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
Yeah, I don't have Bailu to put in my party.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Bailu, move faster.
I can smell the herbs. It's around here. Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Trying to freeze it up. Oh wait, are we not gonna get the buff?
There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
We're not gonna get the free 1 second beginning of the fight. I heard the buff wear off while they were talking.
Soon to be departed.
is why your hands are so cold.
Gotta kill the
Truth
doggo
of life
fast
and
before he
death,
starts summoning.
the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Here is thunder.
I'll see you off.
Show no mercy.
He'll be fine.
1,000 thanks.
He'll be fine. Let's see.
Stand down. Blade of moonlight.
This cold isn't something no pleasant to withstand.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Poop.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Okay, let's trip that
Eternal sleep and
damage
dead
buff he has at least. He'll be fine.
Ready for death.
A foregone conclusion. Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Receive divinity.
Ooh, okay. I was wondering when he'll be able to do that again. I'm hurting on skill points.
No interest in conflict.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Tedious.
Alright, let's strip that damage buff and get the field going. We need heals. Let's see. We got saved skill point. Should be fine.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
Danny boy,
Truth
finish
of
it.
life in the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long.
Wait, let's see her that idle animation again. She brought up the flower, then something happened to it. You gonna do it again? You gotta do it again? No? Maybe? Oh, wait.
Danger.
Okay. The flower she brought up, it reminds me of the flowers, the destruction emanator. What's her name? Used to steal our skill points away.
Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet,
Who did you make a
I
deal
still
with?
have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have
How
left
edgy.
are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void.
I don't know if I can roll my eyes any
Thank you for
harder.
your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy.
It's like, I got a dark past. Trust me, bro. It's like, it's so dark. You wouldn't. Oh my god, it's so dark.
By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment, and the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon
Is
Lady?
Blade in bandages? I don't think so.
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood, though from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine.
More
Well
edginess.
then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Does she get to make that order?
Yanqing.
Guess
And
so.
so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago.
All DPSs too.
We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink.
3 of them top tier
How
DPSs.
sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell.
What about that thing about destroying the abundance?
Of
Don't
5 people,
don't stand in my way.
3 must pay a price.
Yes, who's the third person?
Imbibiter Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
And?
As for Jing Liu, the sinner,
Okay, so she's the third
she
one.
succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets.
Okay, he has bandages underneath his shirt.
And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
Okay. So, she is going to go to prison, but what about that entire thing about destroying, you know, abundance and, you know, don't get in my way or else kind of thing? I don't, you know, maybe they'll explain it later. So, and then Blade is like, yeah, Blade, your life is going to suck, loser. And then Don Han is like, yeah, your life is going to suck, loser. And then like, I'm going to prison. And that's it, right? That's the price. Like, they're not, like, Don Han and Blade aren't actually going to do anything. Like, they're just going to continue living their lives while she's going to prison. And that's the price they pay. Okay, go on to talk to Jing Liu. Oh, wait. Blade coldly looks at you. Yeah, checks out.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-like reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others.
He's a troll.
But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist, but this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
So is her
Wait.
victory just going to jail?
Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Oh, it's a cutscene. I thought it was going to be
We were
another boss
here
fight.
Once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
And that's how Jingliu power crept blade.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
So far, this is my favorite of all the companion quest lines. This has been so good, and I think like this so more. It's given us so many answers to a lot of a lot of the hints and lore that they kind of hinted towards throughout the game so far. I mean, there was a lot of speculation, and for the most part, we were right about what we speculated. But it's so good that it's finally confirmed. Can we talk to these guys? Okay.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Going to return to the Express.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
Alright, now we get to talk to them. Yeah, Ching, yeah, like, what have you been doing this entire time? Like, didn't you, take Luocho away? Why are you back?
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today.
He's just trying to protect you.
I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
I have to go. Yeah, I'm not going to bother answering that question. It's later.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
We'll do Jing Yuan last.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
I mean, she's done it hundreds of times, apparently.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Just give up. Yeah, just... Why continue? It's like, I think giving up is an option. I mean, why be stubborn about it?
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
It's like you're just slamming your head against a brick wall over and over again. Just stop.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Should I be responsible for Dong Feng's actions?
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I still think that Don Han and Bai Lu are like split spirits of Don Feng. I have to go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Don Hung.
Is everything okay, Don Han? Gokulito and I heard you received an anonymous letter, and we were worried. So we came here to check on you, but you weren't in the archives. Did that poker-faced Stellaron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again? I'm okay. I went to meet some old friends. I've thrown away the letter. I went to meet some old friends. Don't worry. I just stepped away for a bit to catch up with some old friends. Phew, that's a relief. Then, by the way... Oh, that's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made coffee for us. Nice. Wait, did it say if Jing Liu was going to be a passenger on the Express now? I missed that. I don't think it did. Yeah, let's collect those. Thank you. Let's do the daily mission real quick.
I'll need to record today's notes in the databank.
Let's change up our team again. I'm just trying to get some minor XP for these guys. Don Han is my only win DPS. So, yeah, I'm not using Sampo. So I want to get him some more XP.
Snow White popping candy.
That's not what the text says. We don't need to read all this. There was a second quest there. What was this other quest? Okay, we'll just do this real quick and then we'll check out the other quest. Take the packages that Wildfire could not deliver.
Speed, not haste.
One of the most convenient techniques. Honorary member, look. Okay, we just skip this. Come on. I just want the goodies. Oh, we gotta. Okay, well, while we're here, let's just talk to the kid again. Where was he? So I saw that other quest. Wait. There he goes. Did you buy the Adventurous Moles? Yep, it's great. I read it through one night. Well, it's whatever. Such thicker readers. We want another book now. Okay. Okay, yep. Interesting. Did that do anything? Did I add another quest? Doesn't look like it. I think I already cleared out this area.
Who are you trying to impress?
Is this the guy who's supposed to be do the delivery? The one who's always asleep. Let's drop the package on him. Booyah. Oh, assignments. Let's just take care of this real quick. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna take some of that. Thank you. Achievements. We unlocked the... See. Bent but unbroken. Complete the companion mission. Clouds leave no trace. Nameless honor. Let's see. Yep. Completed all of it. Oh wait, we got another Nameless Honor now. Looking at the time. Ooh, if I go to sleep now, I could get like 2 hours of sleep before I gotta start getting ready for work. I should probably do that instead. How long have we been going? Almost 2 hours. So an hour and 44 minutes. Not a long stream. We'll do another stream tomorrow, but I should probably try to get some sleep. I mean, that was a fantastic companion quest. I don't know what kind of order. Okay, previously, Luolcha's companion quest was one of my top tier favorites because it was funny, and I think Honkai Star Rail does comedy really well. Yan Qing's was pretty good, and actually Yan Qing's quest helps lead up to this one very well. Let's see. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna say right now this is my favorite one. Is the most relevant to the events going on in the storyline, and I think it was just fantastic. There was no comedy in it, which I don't know how you could put comedy to something this serious, but I do want to see more comedy in this game. This game does comedy really well. Everything doesn't need to be so serious. Let's bring the comedy back. But anyway, I'm going to try to get a couple hours sleep. I'll stream again today, this afternoon. I might do Cyberpunk next. I mean, there's still more than monster battles. I didn't do any monster battles tonight. I don't really know how much we could... you know, we'll figure it out. We'll start off a Honkai Star Rail and maybe do Cyberpunk afterwards. Well, till then, I hope you guys have a great one. Later.